I wish to make it quite clear at the beginning of this programme that I have never ever been a train spotter. Neither have I ever been a railway modeller. And yet, for some reason, I absolutely love train sets. I think it's because the train set embodies everything that I love about mechanics. The locomotive is a superb piece of miniature engineering. It has to be maintained. The track is an inexhaustible geometric puzzle. And toy train operation can be as engaging and as baffling as the real thing.
Hamburg, Germany's second city, is home to Miniatur Wunderland, the world's largest model railway. I went to spy on it.
Guten Tag.
Hi, James.
You are Freddie or Garrett?
Freddie.
Freddie. Garrett.
Hello, James.
How
Garrett.
do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you. Let's have a look at your train set.
Yes, we look forward to show it to you.
Brothers Freddie and Garrett used to run a successful and very profitable nightclub and record label. But one day they sold up and spent everything they had on a massive train set. Amazingly, it's Hamburg's second biggest tourist attraction.
Good God.
Here we have about 6 meter high the Alps.
Those trains actually going round the mountain. That crane's actually moving. Is it getting darker?
It's getting dark every 15 minutes and the night took 3 minutes, and you can see now here in Switzerland we have 40,000 lights going on. You can see it now.
So every single car has lights as well?
Yes.
This is fantastic, I have to say. It's much better than I expected.
Germany, inevitably, has a model railway TV channel. And you can probably guess who are Ant und Deck.
You are a celebrity railway modeller.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Oh, that would only happen in Germany, I'm afraid to say. You wouldn't get that anywhere else in the world.
Yes, but because of very much TV shows.
Over there is a HO scale live outdoor concert. It's sold out. There are 24,000 HO scale people in the concert. They've all been individually glued onto the grass. It's very good. I was just amazed by whatever was going on in your minds when you built this little bit here. With the broken down Porsche 911, the girl in the bikini trying to mend it, and Harry Monk hiding in the bushes, watching.
We love these scenes.
Are there lots of them?
Yes, very much.
You didn't quite manage to shake off your Hamburg nightclub heritage there, did you?
We have many people having many ideas, and every idea will be realized.
The place is enormous, over 4,000 square metres. It has its own miniature fire brigade and 150 people are needed to operate it.
This is like running a real railway, isn't it?
We have 40 computers controlling the whole layout and 5 persons sitting there and waiting for a crash. And that's the moment that people like.
I'm just wondering how long one train could go before it had, before it was likely to derail or have an accident, but it could be quite a long way.
It's crazy when you count the miles. We count all the trains since they started, and they went 40 times around the world.
Really?
Yes.
Freddie and Garrett have pushed Germany to the brink of model railway ecstasy. Maybe I can do the same for the shy British. I can't match the Germans for size, but maybe I can beat them on length. And here's my secret weapon, the Flying Scotsman. I've had it since 1972, and it must have covered many, many miles. And yet, it's never actually been anywhere. It's time for the train set to break free of the circularity of the attic and the baseboard. I want the Flying Scotsman to make a real epic train journey through fantastic scenery. So what I really need is something like a disused railway line. Well, thanks to Dr. Beeching, of course, there are over 10,000 of them in Britain. And one that has been recommended to me is this one, the so-called Tarka Trail, which runs between Barnstaple here and Bideford here in Devon. It used to be part of the Atlantic Coast Express route. Today, it is a mere cycle path. But maybe not for long. The Atlantic Coast Express service once provided 8 trains a day, taking holidaymakers from London Waterloo to the sunshine of southwest England. But then the British discovered the Costa del Sol. The tourist trade died, and the once thriving Barnstaple to Bideford line disappeared completely. Small trains now terminate at Barnstaple, but I want my Flying Scotsman to reopen the route down to Bideford. That's 10 miles, and 10 miles would give me a toy train world record into the bargain. I've invited an old mate to help, train bore Oz Clark. He says life was better in the olden days. He certainly was.
Can I give you a hug?
No.
No, all right. Well, Barnstaple Station.
Good, isn't it? Like a bicycle for this gentleman, and one for me.
Okay.
What do you mean bikes, James? You didn't tell me we're coming on bicycles. I mean, I might be completely able to cope with anything with 2 wheels. I mean,
Have you?
It's 10 miles to Bideford. What? Have I
It's
what?
flat. It was a railway. 1 in 60 is a steep gradient for a railway.
1 in 37 is the gradient between Exeter St David's and Exeter Central.
And that's not very steep.
That's very steep.
For a train, not for
When
a
I'm,
bicycle.
when I'm actually running in the gym...
Choose a
it takes-
bicycle.
Right, I'll have this then.
It's chucking it down.
Do you want helmets?
No thanks.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh, James, this is your idea, not mine. This is absolutely frightful. The railway went there, and this is a fence, James.
Well, I think we need to be going up there. This is quite interesting, though, because remember my railway is only this big. What you were talking about, 1 in 37, that curbstone is a massive, massive obstruction.
Yeah, but you
to my
could build
train.
it, you know, with things like matchboxes, and you could build it up a 1 in 37 gradient, and then your train could go underneath the fence.
It could, it'll easily go under the fence, but you're right, we'll have to build that gradient, but we'll have to start right back there.
With matches.
Well, no, we can use pieces of wood and modern materials.
I'd use matches. Be much more gentle. Matches and something like sago or semolina to bind them together.
Why don't I do the technical bits and you do the history?
All
I
right.
think we need to go back, because that fence goes all around, we need to go right back over to the station. We've got to go out at the top somehow.
Yeah, okay. Why do you always get me out in England when it's actually soaking?
I don't know.
Do you know what? I can smell roast beef.
Pork,
Pork?
I think.
Beef, I reckon. I've got an absolute nose for old railways. I mean, if I'm going around the country, you know, I can smell an old railway about 5 miles away, and this has suddenly got the feeling of an old railway.
Feels dead level as well,
Yeah,
which is
dead
what
level.
you'd expect.
Yeah. Gorgeous. I mean, it is lovely, and railways so often took a gorgeous route through the countryside, and you just sort of think, if only someone could have stopped them all just being ripped out and ripped away, we could find uses for lots of them nowadays. Now this is important, James. Look, here, now, you can see we're on a railway track. That's the gravel of the track bed, like that.
That's known as the ballast.
The ballast, yeah, and all the ballast for the whole of the southern region comes from Meldon Quarries, and Meldon Quarries is what? I don't know, 10 miles south of here, just near Oakhampton. And the train still runs up to Meldon Quarries, picks up all this gravel, and heads off to anywhere in the south of England.
Let's keep going. That's all very sad.
And the train will be that close, I get the number and put my head in it and go...
What's it called?
Key available
Fremington.
from Warden.
Today, this looks like a nice place for an ice cream. But 40 years ago, Fremington Quay was one of the busiest ports in the southwest, exporting local clay until 1969. All that remains now is a preserved signal box and a little cafe in the old station, where I have an ice cream.
Wow, this is difficult with the ice cream. This is excellent surface for the toy train. Look, it's been paved.
Yeah.
And there's some more ballast to left and right for you to get excited about.
Yeah, and there's these little places that
Yeah,
you can hide in when your train hurtles through. Look, there they are.
Yeah, when you're
Workman's hidey holes.
When you're doing maintenance. Look at that, that's a bit of actual railway line in the road.
That is
there.
a real old-fashioned level crossing gate. Absolutely brilliant.
Does mean my railway's got to cross a road then?
Oh, but look, you've got real rail track. Okay, if you took the rail track up,
No, we can't do that, but what if we clean out the groove? Would the track actually fit inside the rail?
I think it might. It would be all very well unless a large car came along precisely when your train is going to. I mean, how many trains are you going to run?
Well, for
If
the
it's the-
record, one.
If it's the Atlantic Coast Express, you need to run 6.
Yeah, I know. We're not trying to match the original timetable.
And also, by the way, the Flying Scotsman never performed on the Atlantic Coast Express.
No, even I know that. You have to be sharpish, Oz, or you'll get killed.
Oh, God! You trying to kill me or what?
Although I mock Oz for his slavish devotion to an outdated railway philosophy, I must admit that the mystique of this place is beginning to rub off on me. Railways are magical, and even a toy train could rekindle the romance of this great old route.
If it rains this badly on the toy train, I think we might have problems, mightn't we?
Weren't the trains all short? Weren't all the electrics short and the whole thing go up in smoke?
No.
Why not?
Well, because it's only very low voltage. I think it'll be all right if it's just a bit damp, but if it rains really heavily, we could get all sorts of problems. I'll tell you what, it's not brightening up. This is worth doing, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, all today, I've been hit by this fact of this slightly wistful, but powerful sense of what's been lost here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm looking over there at sleepy old Bideford and thinking of sleepy Barnstaple, both long resigned to not having a railway, and yet not realising that in a few weeks they're going to have one again.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit small for what they really need.
Yeah.
I mean, about 1/76th of the size that they prefer to have.
You were listening, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
And so was I.
Oh, good.
And as usual with you, I've ended the day more knowledgeable than I was at the start.
And as usual with you, I've ended the day wetter.
The Tarka Trail is, frankly, a gift to the aspiring model railway engineer. So the next step is to do some testing with my project manager Paul and his assistant Stephen.
Right. Let's go. Well, what we've got to test, because we haven't actually done this yet, is how well it runs on this trail, which feels fantastically flat and smooth when you're on a bicycle. But every obstacle and every bit of grit and every dent is effectively scaled up 76 times for the locomotive and its carriages. So I think we put a piece of track down, we'll build 100 metres or so, and just run it, see if it works. This is going to take ages, isn't it? Yeah. Do you think we can reasonably employ the crew?
Yes.
In the absence of any capable people? Right, production crew, to work. Fish plates go on.
The first obstacle to consider when laying a miniature railway on a popular cycle path is the bicycle menace.
Bicycle. Bicycles.
I may have to ask the council to ban them on our big day. The cycling lobby cannot possibly object to railway building. This is, after all, a railway. They've just borrowed it.
Could you tell that urchin to stop riding into the line?
Oh, I saw that.
You
whole
just
asset.
missed it.
What's he doing? I like building railways.
We're testing a model of the Atlantic Coast Express, or ACE, the original steam train that ran this route. Because there's no electricity in the countryside, we have to power the track with 12-volt car batteries. Boring considerations of voltage drop mean we need to work out how far the train will go on one battery. A typical train set is 5 metres long. This one is 16,000. In scale terms, it's almost the length of Britain.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
And we're off. I'm going to look at it as it would have appeared to a small boy sitting on a fence in 1938. It is slowing down.
Yeah.
Stop!
Well, it lasted.
Congratulations. I'd call that successful.
Brilliant.
How far do you reckon we can reasonably go on one battery then before...
Well, it slowed, but it didn't stop. Perhaps 200 metres. But then if there was a slight incline at the end of the battery run, then the train would come to a standstill, wouldn't it?
But if we put a battery every 100 metres, that's 160 batteries, isn't it?
The simple fact is this. These precious little models were never designed to be used outside, and full-size nature is not kind to toy trains. The inclines, slight though they are, go on for hundreds of scale miles, and something as harmless as a twig is like a fallen tree to our 76th scale train driver.
That's looking a bit worrying.
Oh, derailment.
no.
Oh, disaster.
It's still going though. Right, so we do need a sweeper. Okay.
I'm only allowed to have the cycle path for 1 day to complete my world record, and it's going to need a lot of care and attention. And for that, I'm going to need a lot of people. I take myself off to the North Devon show, where people still ride horses or walk through 6 feet of mud. They would be keen to help build a railway, I reckon.
Good morning, people of Devon. Now, we need volunteers to drive the train, lay the track. It's many thousands of pieces of toy train track. It's quite difficult to do. It's never been done before on this scale. I'm appealing to volunteers in my special tent. There's a massive picture of me outside it, which will cause you to confuse it with one of the livestock enclosures. If you could make your way over there and sign up. I'm probably looking for somewhere in the region of 350, 400 people simply to plug the track together. We have to do the whole thing in the day, build the railway, complete the trip, and dismantle it again. Thank you very much for listening. See you later.
That was one of my less good inspirational speeches, but no matter, the lure of a new railway is enough. I head over to the Scout hut to see if they'd like to earn their railway building badges.
Okay, listen up. This is the objective. I need a team from you to lay part of the track, probably at least half a mile. It's made out of these sections, which are 1 metre long.
I've given them 10 metres of track, and I'm timing how long it takes to lay it. It's a fiddly job though, because the metal plates that join the track, known as fish plates, have to be fitted first.
Can I check it? Spot on. Perfect.
This should give me an idea of how many man-stroke-woman-stroke-Arcala hours the whole job will take.
There we go. You did about 10 metres. It took you almost an hour. We'll get some more people. Right, take it to bits. Ta-da! Well, that's something. We've cycled the Tarka trail, so we know what a long way it is. It's 10 miles of flat stuff. Well, I think we can safely say we've got the workforce. What I am slightly worried about, though, is the track. Because watching the scouts do it, and they did do it very well, but it took them an hour to lay 10 metres, putting the fish plates on themselves. And that means it would take them 1,600 hours, roughly, to lay the whole trail. So I'm going to have a word with the manufacturer and see if I can get pre-fish plated rails. How exciting is that?
That's not the only issue with the People's Railway. We have to convince the local council that North Devon isn't going to be brought to a standstill by all this toy train tomfoolery. Not easy. We have to cross 3 major traffic routes.
Or we can use cones, tape.
But these people do not wear those yellow jackets for nothing. They have solutions.
Shape it, bring it down to the right level, run it through the train line here, and straight out the other end. If we gun all this track out, width-wise, shouldn't be a problem at all.
With the train,
But what we can do though, we can suspend the traffic along this section of road, as long as Devon are okay with that.
Yeah. You can actually physically stop the traffic both sides whilst people are laying the track, and also when the train wants to come across. So that's very important, we need to do that.
Top marks to the council for embracing our vision of a revived Barnstaple to Bideford railway. But there's a proviso. The route is a public highway, so everything must be put up and cleared away within a day. And that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot less confident now than when we met James last week.
The testing went well, and the first time we cycled along, everything seemed okay, seemed nice and flat, but now we've got down to the nitty-gritty, the actual logistics of it. Pretty daunting, actually, to get it all done in 1 day.
Yeah. It's just epic.
But let's make it a bit harder still. I suppose a train set ought to have some buildings. I never bothered with them when I was a boy, but now I suppose I should make an effort.
Now, so far we've talked about the joy of toy trains and of train sets, but now we're going to enter a very different world, that of the deadly serious railway modeller, the sort of people for whom train set is a bit of an insult. This is the Pendon Model Railway Museum. Its staff have devoted the last 50 years to reproducing 1930s England in perfect detail in miniature. So all of that is made from scratch, is it?
Indeed, yes.
So there are no off-the-shelf models or plastic
Nothing
kits
at all,
or anything like
no,
that?
all hand-built.
How long would that bridge have taken?
Oh, years. 2 or 3 years, I think, at least.
You're talking very hushed and reverential tones in the Railway Museum. Is that correct form?
It's sometimes when we're looking at our best models, yes.
How would you feel about making just a small bit for my train set? And I know it is a train set, and that is unacceptable to you, but, you know, on the journey of my toy train down the world's longest train set...
How much detail do you want built into it?
Well, this sort of detail.
Well, I mean, typically, even some of our smaller models, as you know, many months, years' work. When we make a model of a building, each brick will be painted individually.
Well,
it's the only way that we can get a proper representation.
You could build a real house in that time, and it's time I don't have. I need a more down-to-earth approach. From Yorkshire.
You must be Eric.
Good morning. Yes, I'm Eric.
4 years ago, after visiting a model railway exhibition, Eric decided to build one in his front garden. Strict historical accuracy is not his bag.
Have you been to see many garden railways then, James?
I've actually never seen a garden railway in my life.
Right. Quite different.
Well, I was trying to think how to be polite about it. It's a bit mad, but I like it.
Good.
I'd have loved it when I was 5. I'd have wet myself with excitement. What do the neighbours think of it?
Well, they really like it, you know. They like to see the buses coming and pulling up.
Buses?
The bus from Whitby, Shearings, bring a busload on a Monday, tomorrow afternoon.
To come and see your garden railway?
Yeah.
So you're a tourist attraction?
Well...
I'll tell you what I do like about it. This is a train set, isn't it? It's not a model railway, really.
No.
Because you're not bothered about the right era. You've got American locomotives, German...
Then we've got the English, the Flying Scotsman.
I was going to say, I think I saw the Flying Scotsman there.
That's right.
It's coming now, everybody, out of the tunnel. And you've also got nose.
That's right. I've got a mixture of everything.
Do you make the buildings?
I make all the buildings. Most I ever spend is about a £5. I make them out of floor tiles, they're cut up and bits and pieces. I never throw anything away, I'll just find a job for it.
Spoken like a true Yorkshireman there.
That's a real coal as well, just snubbled up and broke into bits.
So do these take you 2 years?
No, I can make one of them in a night.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
One evening, you mean?
One evening I make a simple bit. I make 2 or 3 nights for something like that, for the bigger ones.
It's a nice noise, that.
Inspired by Eric's build all pay out approach, I come up with a solution using these pop-out cardboard models. Now I need a school hall, there you go, and some locals.
I used to make these when I was a kid. They're not particularly difficult, but it is very easy to cock it up.
The instructions aren't really very easy to follow and I keep doing it wrong.
Next, with a few bob in my pocket, I return to the Scouts to see what sort of a job they can do with odds and ends.
So that is a Scout camp, presumably? It's very surreal. Oh, and that's a fire? Excellent. Well, we'll put that on its own in the middle of nowhere, because that's where Scout camp is, isn't it?
I'm going shopping for some reserves to add to my Scotsman and the Ace. To stop Oz exploding, I'll allow myself to be influenced by authenticity on this one. At Maria and Lynn's specialist model shop, I'm looking for a diesel passenger train that used to run the line in the 70s and a clay goods train that would have gone back and forth from Fremington Quay.
It was on the internet. It said it was a diesel locomotive and it had the Atlantic Coast Express board thing.
Right, that's what we need to find. We need to find a picture of the Atlantic Coast Express.
Yes.
And just work
and it will be in black
there.
and white, and you won't be able to work out what colour the coaches are.
Well, yeah, you can more or less, can't you? You'll be able to see whether it's two-tone coaches or not, and you can tell whether it's a British Rail Mark 1 or whether it's a Southern Rail Standard corridor. Yeah, me too.
Would you mind awfully doing that?
No, I don't awfully do that. No, that would be fine.
I'll go and look at something over there. I know when I'm beaten. There's no point trying to add my puny knowledge to the weight of expertise here.
Following my visit to the Community Centre for Distress Model Railway Enthusiasts, I now also have a goods train and a diesel passenger train that would have run on the Barnstaple to Bideford line. Excellent. Now, how about something a bit more modern? Now, Britain is the country that invented the railways, but if they are to survive here, then we have to shake off all this misty-eyed railway children waving handkerchiefs, sentimental rubbish, and embrace the future in the form of this, the Hitachi high-speed bullet train from Japan, running, by the time you watch this programme, between London St Pancras and the South East. And here behind my back, I have Hornby's new model of it, which is so new that this is in fact the prototype. It's not in the shops yet. This is the only one in the world. It's very, very valuable. And I've been lent it for 2 weeks to run on my toy railway to represent the future. Now please allow me to indulge myself.
This is what train travel should be like. We're heading out of London to Ashford at 140 miles an hour. On the regular train, this journey would take 90 minutes. On this train, 30.
That's got to be the best view in the world.
It's the most enjoyable train driving experience we've got.
Secretly, I've also asked for the miniature bullet train to be tweaked to go like the clappers. That'll put the divine wind up Oss's ace.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can have a go at that.
And with that, my toy loco shed is complete. 3 authentic models, 1 from my loft, and the bullet train. It's the day before my world record breaking attempt. We've got 16,000 metres of track, more than 80 brooms for sweeping the line, over 100 batteries, and a ton of sand for levelling. It's a big job, this. At Fremington Quay, preparations are underway to create something rather special for our German friends, who have agreed to come over and look after the hundreds of model buildings that have been made.
And here it is, our version of their Miniatur Wunderland, which we are going to call, by way of an homage, Miniatur Wunderland. It's set on this grassy meadow here in front of the Fremington Cafe. The track will wind up and down for 0.6 of a mile between all the lovely cardboard buildings that the local community have built for us. And by adding this section, we also ensure that we get the world record. In fact, the only thing I'm really worried about on this project is that.
It's 5 a.m. on Toy Train D-Day. The weather is why people go to Spain nowadays. Project manager Paul and his team are heading out with boxes of track, ready for the volunteers to lay in a few hours' time. But the rain is truly torrential. And that's a huge problem. The trains can withstand the odd shower, but if the track gets submerged in water, it will short the batteries and will have no power. But in a rather sunnier London, someone's annoyingly chirpy.
Now today, we're leaving Waterloo and we're going to take the train right the way down to Barnstaple on the route of the old Atlantic Coast Express. This was the great holiday express, the magnificent train to the beaches that the Southern Railway used to run. And this little beauty is going to be pulling the Atlantic Coast Express all the way to Bideford.
Amazingly, on the train, Oz gets a whole table to himself.
I'm going to enjoy my Atlantic Coast Express train ride. Weather's nice.
Just spoken to Oz, who says he's going to be here at 12:37, not 2:30, as I thought. I think I must have been looking at the 1950s timetable. Anyway, get on with it. Morning.
The rain has already delayed our track laying, but the British people have remained true to their tradition of going out in extreme weather inappropriately attired. Hundreds have turned up and they need to get a move on. We've 10 miles of track to lay before Oz arrives with his ace in just over 3 hours' time. From my base in Barnstaple, it's time to address the workforce gathered along the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's brightening up. It is. Now you've come here today to break the world record for the longest 00 gauge railway in history. Exactly. You are also here to consummate the vision of many frustrated older local people who wish to see Barnstaple and Bideford reunited by rail. And thanks to your efforts, it shall be. I haven't told them that it's a bit smaller than normal. Any questions? Good. I'm going inside. Carry on.
Let's go build some railway set.
Yeah! Please head up the trail this way. You know where you're going. Follow your team leaders.
Left, right, right.
We have a very efficient team here, all with their kneeling mats because they don't want to get their knees wet.
Right, do you want to start down there then, James? We're not having you just walk in, you're going to lay some track, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, down there.
Right. Down here.
Down here.
Down here.
It's great being British. Rain is nothing that a carrier bag on your head won't solve. But it is hampering our efforts.
Really fiddly, because when it's down here, you've got to put them together, and it's really hard to do because the rain's making it really slippery, so.
Our track layers have been very carefully selected.
So I've hand-picked you, and actually we're all clueless.
Yeah.
Good start, good start. James May, we're going to be a winner, aren't we?
This bit has gone down all the way from the station up and down the car park and over to the trail in not much more than 45 minutes, which is fantastic. If everybody's working this quickly all the way down, then the train will be home and, I was going to say home and dry.
Just want to see how James is getting on. May? Are you there?
Oz.
Excellent. I'm on my train in first class in the dining car.
Oh, how very nice.
Thoroughly enjoying myself. Having a sort of late breakfast.
You're an hour away, yes?
About an hour away. We're just at Crediton at the moment. Now, if we go to Yeoford Junction and take the left branch at Yeoford Junction on the Oakhampton line, we get to Meldon Quarries, which is where all the gravel and the ballast for the whole of the southern region comes from Meldon Quarries.
Oz? Oz? Are you there? Oh, you must have gone in a tunnel, even though there isn't one. Right, bicycles.
It's already midday, but the clouds are beginning to part and the new line is snaking its way out of Barnstaple.
This is all beautiful. Leaves on line. This is excellent.
But there are still huge gaps to be laid right the way up to Bideford.
We've still got another maybe sort of 20 or 30 metres to go. Just keep my fingers crossed that we've got it straight enough and flat enough for this train to get over this bridge. As Mayor of Bideford, if it goes wrong, I'm leaving.
The dirt and leaves washed up by the storm have me very worried. But we can only keep calm and carry on. In half an hour, Oz, the fathead controller, will be here, and the trains must be ready to depart. As the excitable walking timetable arrives with his prized model of the Ace, the sun finally and ironically comes out. His train joins mine on the miniature station.
Didn't I tell you I'd bring the train and the sunshine with you?
You've done very well.
Yeah. You've got what looks like a fairly decent London and South Western region station house. Well done. Thank you. Very good.
That's good. That's good.
You look strangely proud of all this.
Well, I am quite pleased with it. It's something I've dreamt about since I was a small boy. I hope it works. Bloody Nora. Just leave it. No, just don't touch it.
I don't think that one's on properly.
It is.
One of its wheels is bigger than the other ones.
No, it isn't. Just don't.
Why don't you listen when I tell you things? What's going to happen when you go around a corner?
Nothing, if you're not there.
We're ready for the off. For the first time in over 40 years, the Atlantic Coast Express line is reborn in miniature.
5, 4, 3,
live the Flying Scotsman! Go!
It's the wrong train.
Oh.
Oh, it stopped. Oh, good. Serve him right.
Power! This cannot possibly have happened.
Poor little thing. It's the wrong engine.
Do come on. Doesn't work. This is a disaster.
Seems okay.
Yeah. But it's not my Scotsman that's the problem. It's a lot simpler than that.
That's on the wrong side. So that's the problem.
The batteries are all around the wrong way.
Yeah.
Someone didn't look at the wiring diagram and will have to be executed. This is not a good start. Let's hope it's not like this all the way up the line, because we're already several hours behind schedule.
3, 2, 1, go!
Nothing. Oh, God. Hang on. What would a small boy do? That's it. That's more like it. That's better. More power.
Go on, go on. Willpower.
Oh. More. Sounds like the engine's faltering. The wheel's cacked up already. That's a shame. It didn't get very far.
Is it the loco then?
I think it must be. That's a tragedy, and it demands that I make a hard decision. Quite possibly the hardest of my life. Right, no, we're sending it. Send the ace! I'm absolutely gutted. But there's no room for sentimentality on the railways. Onwards!
Gently away, off he goes. Hey, there's my boy. Lovely.
Give me the beans.
Faster and faster, picking up speed, heading for the bridge.
Just crack it open, that's better. Oh, all right, it's slightly better, I'll grant you that, but it's not that good.
Just get past where James is stuck.
Anything on the line? Yay! But the record is still up for grabs. The ace is away, steaming out of Barnstaple station, across the magnificent bus route bridge and off into open country. Time for Driver Clark to send the first reserve, the diesel warship class.
Oh, yes. The one thing I would say about this is you've got a couple of nice, old Southern Region coaches. It looks rather grand, that warship.
Next, it's the goods train.
And off we go.
And a mere 5 hours behind our original timetable, the bullet train is our final departure.
Oh, God! That is shameful, that's disgraceful. The train is going about 100 miles an hour. Go on, get caught in the mud.
3 miles up the line at Fremington, the track is almost laid. But we still have to build a whole miniature wonderland in time for the first train's arrival. But look who's here. Freddie and his little brother Sebastian have flown all the way from Hamburg to rally the troops. With Fremington safe under Teutonic leadership, we can relax.
Hello? Are there any people which can help us?
We want to build up a small village.
If there's somebody who has 20 minutes...
Beautiful. Maybe you can help us.
Come to the van and explain what to do.
That looks to me pretty interesting. What is that? Do you have any idea?
It's an island, or?
It's an island with a garden at the top. Yeah, nice idea.
Yes, but he has no clothes on.
He has no clothes. A nude gardener. Yeah, nice. Let's go and try to search for Kids Land. Is there anything you miss in this city?
Yeah, a hairdresser.
A hairdresser, okay.
You do need some people.
Yeah, we don't have people. People are just existing in our mind. This is just a kid's utopia, something like the future, like a shopping castle with a church on top. Pretty interesting ideas. This is also some kids' area where some tornado just goes through. It's very windy and you can
Yes, here's a small village, very high rents, because here's a perfect place for train spotters.
While the crowds wait expectantly at Fremington, further behind, the slow old goods train is being caught by a rather sprightly bullet. which needs to overtake. Luckily, we've planned ahead.
I'm not suggesting for a moment this has turned into a race, but I think the bullet train may overtake everything. Right, you ready with closing the points? And close.
Here comes the bullet train.
At a cracking speed.
But somewhere up ahead, a 00 scale woman has been tied to the line by bandits. That's not true, but a large section has been broken.
We got a spare. Anybody got a spare piece? We need it very quickly. Anybody?
Oh dear.
Spare piece.
Two sections.
2.
It cleared off.
Spare track. 2 pieces. Oh, much better. Thank you.
You got a refresh bit? Oh,
yeah, it needs a plate. Needs a plate.
We've had to stack up the Ace and the warship, which is close behind, but we've got to get this fixed before the bullet train has a massive rear-end collision with the pair of them.
Right, here we go.
They're back on track, but now all 3 trains are incredibly close together.
Crash coming up.
A discreet boot gets the Ace out of the way of progress.
Through it was.
And the warship just makes it into a passing loop.
Yay! Bullet train's in the lead. It's a clear run all the way to Bideford. Right, onwards.
Up the line at Fremington Quay, there's a huge crowd waiting for the trains, even though it's nearly 6 p.m. and we're over 5 hours late.
Come on, we're nearly there.
The train's coming.
I can see it.
But it's not the Atlantic Coast Express.
Oh, I know.
And neither is it the bullet train.
Oh, what is it then?
It's the diesel.
The Great Western Region diesel?
It's the warship with the coaches because the bullet train is undergoing vital chassis maintenance.
I knew it.
I knew it as well.
Modern trains can't last the pace.
The wheels underneath are absolutely black.
That is nicht gut.
That's wonderful. This plucky little train. It's been going mile after mile through the open countryside. It's actually really quite moving, quite emotional.
Oz's Ace has made it to Fremington in 2nd place.
Fantastic. All the way from Barnstaple.
Bringing up the rear is the freshly serviced Bullet and the goods train.
Thank you for organising Miniatur Wunderland. Yes. British building, German organisation. Could have been worse, it could have been the other way around.
It could be a model for the future. It was working pretty good, though.
I think it was.
We had very much help with very friendly childs around here. They helped us very, very
yes.
good.
Oh, those have been made by young children who haven't been paid or given shoes or food or anything. You notice the sun. I mean, it's still reasonably high at the moment, but we have been going now for 6, 7 hours, and we're only really a third of the way. So you know how your layout goes into darkness every 15 minutes? Ours is going to do that for real, long before we get to the end.
If I'm honest, I'm very worried. We may be celebrating here, but it's 6:30 p.m. and 7 more miles to Bideford, where, despite entertaining themselves, they've started to give up hope.
Well, sun's getting down. It's about a hair past a freckle. Train's not here yet. They tell me it's coming, but I'm off down the pub. Thank you.
And even I'm starting to lose faith.
Get a picture.
The dirt washed up by the storm is playing havoc. The trains need constant maintenance. And because some urchins have nicked half the batteries, they're going really slowly. If I look somewhat irritated, frankly, it's because I am. I've turned back into my 8-year-old self. I'm being called for my tea, but I just want my train set to work. But with the light beginning to fade, I'm amazed at how many people are still here, still determined to get these trains to their destination. We've left the goods train back in its rightful siding in Fremington, leaving the 3 remaining trains to battle it out to Bideford. It's now gone 9 o'clock and the night is drawing in. The bullet train has been damaged in a crash. The power is dropping off and it won't make it without a boost. Our resourceful electricians invent a device to supply power directly to the track from a mobile battery.
It was just a quick spurt of inspiration after food, wasn't it, I think,
It
Dennis?
was, yeah. I had a bit of food and I thought, well, we'll try that. It seems to be working.
It's 11 p.m. 5 miles in at Yelland Road crossing, the grooves cleared between the tracks are working perfectly as the struggling bullet passes through. With the warship close behind.
Yes!
But where is Oz's ace?
I've just heard a rumour that my train may have burnt out. I'm gazing into the middle distance desperately, willing it to come on home.
Oz, I've got some very bad news for you from these men who are the drivers of your Atlantic Coast Express. Men,
unfortunately, we're about 100 metres from where we are now and the little gal has burnt out on us and we've tried everything to get going and she's
Burnt
actually
out?
give up the ghost and burnt out, yeah.
How do you know it's burnt out?
Smoking like mad.
Well, of course it's smoking like it's a steam train, you fathead.
Yeah, the wrong kind of smoke though.
Oz, I'm sorry actually. I don't want to. That is tragic.
You're not gloating, are
No, I'm
you?
not gloating at all. I think that's very sad. I really wanted that to make it.
After
That's-
all that gutsy effort,
Yes.
all the way from Barnstaple.
Yeah. But you see, the steam engine, it's just a thing of the past. Well, it is.
What?
Come on.
We did try.
Never mind. It's still. That's probably still a record in itself. Actually, give him a clap.
I've never seen a man spend more time on his knees to less effect.
We were praying at the same time.
Sorry, Oz. It's down to the bullet train and the warship diesel.
I am distressed.
Bad luck. I have work to do.
What?
I've got to chase the bullet, man.
But
still going.
It's dark. He doesn't know where it is. It's miles away.
We've got a long walk.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's past midnight. The exhausted bullet train now has 2 stones strapped to it in an attempt to maintain traction from its weary wheels and is wheezing towards Instow, where, incredibly, a big crowd waits in anticipation. As we open the level crossing, I've had word that the warship has died somewhere in the dark. So it's all down to the plucky bullet train now. If it can make it through this last obstacle, we've only 3 miles to Bideford. It may now have a craft knife strapped to it as well, but the bullet's giving its all. What a welcome. But just as we reach the other side, the train conks out. And this time, it's for good.
Well, it looked good. Should have been the Flying Scotsman. That would have done it. Now, I'll be honest, I am bitterly disappointed that we haven't got to Bideford because that would have been a magnificent achievement. But if we're going to be positive about it, we've got as far as Instow from Barnstaple. That's about 7 miles. And the thing is, my 37-year-old Flying Scotsman, despite my efforts, that failed on the first bend. The bullet train was a brand new toy train. I mean, it was a prototype toy train. It got all the way here, but that's over 7 miles, and a whole childhood's worth of toy train adventures passed under its wheels in that time. It's got here, it's worn out. But that's noble. Look where it came from. Not the other side of a board, not the other end of an attic. It came from Barnstaple, a toy train.
Perhaps then the final victory goes to the man who closed the line in the first place, Dr. Beeching. Or does it? For one brief and glorious day, the railway returned, and hundreds of devoted people stayed up all night for the simple pleasure of seeing a train go past. And that makes me very happy.